Hey, everybody. Welcome to the MOJ podcast. I am your host, Monica O. Jackson. And if you are new to my show, welcome. For those of you returning, I certainly appreciate you. And if you didn't know, I am an Emmy Award winning news anchor with over 30 years in the business. I'm also an inductee into the Nevada Broadcasters Hall of Fame, as well as an Ally Award winner with the Human Rights Campaign, also known as the HRC. So I appreciate y'all coming. Just want to make sure you know I am qualified to give you what I'm bringing you today. Okay. And if you'd like to reach out to me, follow me on all of my social media. Y'all know how this stuff goes. I'm going to break it down for you here on, Spotify. MOJ Podcast. On Spotify, I am MOJ Podcast. On TikTok, MOJShow. On YouTube, The MOJ Show. On Facebook, MOJ Show. On Twitter, MOJ Show. On Instagram, I am The MOJ Show. So keep that in mind as you are following, and make sure to follow, like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, do all the things, because that is what keeps us going here. And if you'd like to contact me for collaborations and all that kind of stuff, just hit us up at MOJShow at MOJProductions.com. Once again, that's MOJShow at MOJProductions.com. Now, if you are new, there's this thing that I love, and I know it's kind of weird for some people, but I just love it, and I don't know why. So don't ask me. I just don't know. But I love national days, and I like bringing that attention to you because a lot of times it's all about health, which is I think in another life I was a doctor because I love health and medicine and fitness and all that kind of stuff. So for the month of April, it is National Stress Awareness Month. And as you know, stress can be debilitating for a lot of people. And I think as the research, excuse me, builds in this country and around the world, we get more and more information about stress and how to handle it. But with this particular Stress Awareness Month topic, it's all about teens. So, mom and dad, make sure to check on the kids. Check on your teenagers, even if they are adult teens, 18 and over, 18, 19, sometimes 17. But check on them because a lot of things happen in their lives. And some of the tips that we found here, we're going to pop those up on the screen for you. There are 5 to help your teen cope with stress. The first one is to make sure they're getting sleep. A lot of these kids are in college, and I say kids because I'm the mother of an adult teen, and they're still kids to us. They'll always be our babies. But make sure, as best you can, they're getting enough sleep. Check on them. Call. Don't think that they don't want to hear from us because I guarantee you they want to hear from us. So the first tip is to make sure they're getting some sleep. The second tip is focus on their strengths. A lot of times it can be overwhelming knowing that you're coming into your adulthood. A lot of kids are in high school. They are struggling. And I think middle school is like 13. Those kids struggle as well. And sometimes they don't know their strengths. So we have to remind them constantly as parents, this job never ends. I don't care how old they get, it never ends. And make sure to encourage them to do things that make them happy. Some kids like, playing games. I know you don't like them on it too long, but make sure they're playing their games. Make sure they're interacting with their friends. I think that is the biggest thing, connecting with other people who are in the same age group with them. That's a really big one. Also, engage in physical activity. That is one of the biggest things that I think we're missing in our culture here in America is engaging in activity because we're all stuck on, social media. Hello, we're on all the social media platforms and we're forgetting to get outside, get some sunlight, get busy, making sure that your body is moving, get those endorphins going. And the last one is to talk to someone if you have access. But ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you, you don't necessarily have to talk to a professional. A lot of times people just need to vent. They just need to let it out. And these kids have so much to deal with because I know back in the day, I'm a Gen Xer. Back in the day, there was no such thing as therapy for us, especially in the Black community. I'm just keeping it real. Especially in the Black community, we didn't talk about our problems. But as you get older, you get educated on certain things and you learn that it is best to talk to somebody, let people know how you're feeling because you never know. Somebody else out there, I guarantee you, might even be in your family. They've been through what you're going through and they can help you. So in honor of National Stress Awareness Month, especially for teens. That's what this focus is all about. Make sure to check on them. Make sure they are okay. You can check out this website. It's the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry. It is www.aacap.org. That's www.aacap.org. Hopefully that will help somebody out. All right. Moving on here. We also love this segment. It is Call It Like I See It. It's the MOJ podcast. Call it like I see it. And sadly, it's such a shock. I've been in the news business a very long time, and it's rare that I am shocked by a lot. This one shocked me because my team and I were in contact with this lovely lady several months ago, and thought we were doing something. And sad to say, if you do not know by now, this is Elaine Wynn of, that Wynn Casino in Las Vegas. Yes. This lady passed away today. There was a story out of, I think I saw it on one of our news stations here, and she passed away, 82 years old. And when I tell you, you are looking at the epitome of class. Elaine Wynn is the epitome of class. I had the wonderful opportunity to interview her, and I apologize, I couldn't find the picture that we took, but I interviewed her. And when I tell you class all the way, made you feel like you were the best thing moving, the best thing in the room. Very complimentary. There is no pretense about her at all. And everybody says that about her, even the Smith Center. And if you know anything about Smith Center, it's kind of like our Broadway in Las Vegas. It's in downtown Las Vegas, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, I call it the arts mecca. It's just gorgeous in downtown Las Vegas. But Elaine Wynn was a huge part of that. And they released a statement about Elaine Wynn. They say that, as many of you know, Elaine Wynn was a great friend to the Smith Center. So we are sending over some thoughts about her amazing life and contributions to Las Vegas for those planning tribute packages. A visionary leader, philanthropist, and cherished benefactor, Elaine Wynn was a champion for the arts and education who helped make the Smith Center a reality. She was instrumental in establishing the Elaine Wynn Studio for Arts and Education over at the Smith Center. And through the years, its programs have provided cultural enrichment to hundreds of thousands of young people throughout Southern Nevada. And so, Elaine Wynn, God bless you. It was a pleasure meeting you. And I know where you are. I know exactly where you are, because you have done many great things in Las Vegas and around the world, and you will never be forgotten. You will forever be in our hearts, and we love you. So that's it. Yeah. Time is fleeting. You just never know. Never know. Just in contact with this lady several months ago and just talking about things, hoping to get things going, and wow. But God bless her. She has left an indelible mark upon those of us who live in Las Vegas, as well as those who have benefited from her programs and from her huge, huge monetary contributions. All right, moving on here, folks. This is part 3 of the Menopause Rebellion here on the MOJ podcast. We started this and we posted the first 2. So if you are new here, please go back to the first post for the Menopause Rebellion. Watch that all the way through. Watch the second post for part 2. Get all that information, because grab a glass of wine and sit down, because I'm giving you like lots and lots of details. This is not going to be something real quick. I want you to write it all down. And anybody who is going through menopause, perimenopause, postmenopause, I know a lot of people don't know there are like 3 phases of it. Make sure that you share this with them. Please share it. And not just for clicks, ladies and gentlemen. There are a lot of women who are going through hell when it comes to menopause. There are reports and rates of women who go through divorce. They go through, some commit, yeah, it happens. And some just struggle and don't even know what, where, why it's even happening. So please make sure to spread the word. Okay, so last time in part 2, we stopped at respiratory symptoms, and I gave you those. So I'm going to move on to another set of symptoms that happens when it comes to menopause. And all of this kicked off, just so you know, Oprah started, or she actually aired a program called The Menopause Revolution. Halle Berry was there. Um, uh, who is it? Leanne Morgan, an up and coming comedian who's been in the business for a long time, but she was there. Maria Shriver was there. And so this is big. And again, when Oprah does something, it's going to get bigger and bigger. So I want to be part of that movement because I am dealing with menopause as well. And there's so much that I didn't know about it. I took a deep dive into it and I came up with a lot of information. Told you a whole tablet full. I hold my little ugly tablet up here every with each installation of the podcast. But I want you guys to really know I dug deep and I hopefully this will help you out. Okay, we're picking up at appetite and digestive changes. Excuse me. Apparently, menopause changes your appetite and your cravings. So if you're having weird cravings, don't worry about it. It happens. Your symptoms include loss of appetite. Well, here's the thing that don't ever affect me. I never have a loss of appetite. I don't eat a lot, but I have an appetite that's steady, put it that way. Decreased desire for food without gastrointestinal illnesses, an increase in cravings for sweet or salty. The salty thing has gotten me. I tell my husband a lot, I'm like, I'll go in the pantry and I'm looking for what is it? Salt and vinegar chips. That's what satisfies my craving. I don't know what satisfies you guys, but that salty thing, yeah. A metallic taste in your mouth. If that happens to you, don't sweat. It's part of menopause. Okay. All right. So I gave you so much. This is the conclusion here, because that was like the last one that affects, systems in our bodies. So things to remember as you're going through this phase of life, ladies. You're not losing your mind, and it is a very natural phase, part of life, however you want to say it. This is natural. This is what happens. It's our bodies. Menopause is not a stage. Instead, it's a time when you've gone 12 straight months without a period. When that happens, you have officially hit menopause. All other symptoms are perimenopause, and they will most likely continue during the period-free year. Okay? Postmenopause, these are the symptoms that may not go away, but may improve dramatically. Okay? Dry skin, night sweats, hot flashes, sleep issues, low libido, vaginal dryness, mood swings, weight changes. Okay? You still run the risk. And these are two of the biggest risks. As I was researching, what I found out, all the experts and everything I read about, they say that osteoporosis and heart disease are the two biggest issues that doctors worry about when it comes to women going through the menopause season of their lives. I'll put it that way. So make sure to check with your doctor. And speaking of, I want to be very clear. I am not a doctor. This is not medical advice. This is just my experience, and I'm sharing my research with you because this is a very sensitive topic for women. It is a very underrated topic when it comes to doctors having information. They're just now starting to, I think in the healthcare industry, they're just now starting to talk about it, starting to treat women, I think with haste when it comes to menopause. Excuse me. And it's starting to make waves, especially when people like Oprah and Halle Berry and Maria Shriver jump on board. I think it's going to change the culture of it. So remember, there are more than 100 potential menopause symptoms that affect your mental and physical well-being. Seek medical advice as soon as you can because you never know what else may be going on. Your progesterone, testosterone, cortisol, prolactin, estradiol, LH, FSH, all this stuff is part of the evolution, but you don't have to be alone. You are not alone. You don't have to be afraid. There is a fix for all of it, okay? Now, that's all the technical stuff, right? So that completes all the technical stuff, all the research stuff that I did just to give you an idea and a definition of menopause and the 3 phases of it, okay? So this is my personal way of managing menopause, and I may not get through all of them here with you because I want to explain it as I'm going through, but I just want to let you know these are some of the things that I've learned how to do. Again, I did a lot of research and I'm still doing research so that I can continue. And as a matter of fact, I want you to know that I will be posting like short clips on all of my social media platforms, giving you tips and ideas as to how to manage it. And I do have an appointment coming up with my doctor, and I'm going to share that stuff with you as well. Okay, so I made my appointment to talk to my GYN. This is me managing my menopause. Okay, and she specializes in menopausal health. So this is a GYN, and my appointment is coming up on May 6th. So I'll keep you guys posted. If not here on my podcast, it'll be on my social media platform. So make sure to check that out. And I'll report back and, let you know all the details. Um, Another thing that I think will help a lot of people out, and I hope that it helps you guys out because it certainly helped me. I started following doctors and specialists on social media, period. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, um, all of them, just to make sure that I'm keeping up, right? Going to websites and stuff. So on TikTok, there are rather a couple doctors. The first doctor that I followed on TikTok, it is Dr. Martin Kinsella, and his handle, that's the name on the screen when you pull up their pages. It's Dr. Martin, Martin Kinsella, Kinsella. He's also known as the hormone doctor. So if you go up in the search box up at the top, you know how to do it on social media platforms and just type that in. He will come up. He's also on Instagram as the hormone doctor. So make sure to check him out there. He specializes in hormones. And when I tell you I went down the rabbit hole on his page, I went down the rabbit hole on both, but TikTok was the one that intrigued me most. He just does quick clips of symptoms you might have. Here's what can help you out. Here's what you need to look out for. Talk to your doctor here. I mean, it is awesome. So once again, that's Dr. Martin Kinsella. Check him out on TikTok and on Instagram. It's Martin Kinsella, Kinsella. The second doctor that I started following on social media is Dr. Mary Claire. Now, she's the one that was on the Oprah special, The Menopause Revolution. And on TikTok, she is Dr. Mary, Mary Claire, Claire. But her full name is Mary Claire Haver. Okay, so you can Google all these people and pull up all their social media stuff if you guys know how to do that stuff. And she's also known as the Pause Life on TikTok, as in menopause. She's the Pause Life. She is the doctor again that was on Oprah show. And matter of fact, check that show out. No, I'm not getting paid for any of this. I'm not, part of any promotional anything, but I just want to get the information out there for you guys so that you can help yourselves. The special is actually on Disney Plus and on Hulu. So if you get a chance to check that out, please, please do. There are 2 books that are out right now, and they are full of information. Now, the first one is called How to Menopause, and this book was written by a journalist, near and dear to my heart. Her name is Tamsen Fadal, and it's Tamsen Fadal, F as in Frank, Adal. She is 54 years old, journalist, writer, menopause advocate, Emmy Award winner, and she is really, really, really good. She digs deep because she's going through it, and it's just kicking her butt like it does a lot of people. On Instagram, she is Tamsen, Tamsen Fadal, Fadal, and on TikTok, the same thing, Tamsen Fadal. Start following her. Get the information, because ladies and gentlemen, what I found out is I don't just go to 1 or 2 or 3 sources. I do 10 to 20 sources, and with each one I find out something different, and that's how I've been able to manage my menopause and find out all these little things. So when I get ready to get to my doctor's appointment, I'm going to have a whole list of questions for my doctor, so that when I leave That appointment, I'm going to be armed with everything I need, all the ammunition I need to get through this part of my life because I'm tired of dealing with these symptoms. They are getting on my nerves. Okay, the second doctor. Now, this one right here, this is a baddie. Or I should say this doctor in particular, not the second one, because Tamsin's not a doctor. So her name is Dr. Sharon Malone. If she sounds familiar to you, oh my gosh, it is because she wrote a book called Grown Woman Talk. Now, again, this is a doctor, OBGYN. She's retired now. She's retired now, so I want to put that out there. But she is still doing things, okay? OBGYN, certified menopausal practitioner. She is Michelle Obama's GYN. Yes, I told y'all. I know a light just got a little dark there. You got to move that way. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Anyway, chief medical advisor for Alloy Health, and I'm going to share that with you. Again, she's no longer seeing patients, but she does drive patients to her website for Alloy Health, ALLOYHEALTH. This lady is a graduate of Columbia University and Harvard University. She's amazing. You can go to myalloy, ALLOY.com. Check out the information there because she's their chief medical advisor. Again, she's no longer seeing patients, but she is like the big dog over at myalloy.com. She was in practice for 30 years. She's board certified by the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists and certified by the North American Menopause Society as a certified national menopause practitioner. Once again, Dr. Sharon Malone is her name. And get this, she is honored with the Health Award from the Black Women's Agenda, Inc., and was named 2024's one of Forbes 2024 50 over 50 list. This lady is amazing. Now you can check her out and follow her on Instagram. It is S Malone MD. That's S Malone MD on Instagram. On Facebook, she is Sharon Malone, and on TikTok, she put, the website, which is at My Alloy. So on TikTok, she's at My Alloy, MYALLOY. And she is the lady who was on the podcast with Oprah. Now, Oprah did the show with the other celebrities, but she's on a podcast with Dr. Sharon Malone. And when I tell you this lady goes in, ladies, you have got to check her out. They go in depth about what menopause is, how many stages, the symptoms, the treatments, etc. She tells you things that your doctor perhaps doesn't know because this woman, like I said, she did it for 30 years. And she's pretty amazing. So check out that podcast. Okay, so again, this is part of what I do to manage my menopause. And to get more specific, I do have a vitamin regimen. Okay, my vitamin regimen is based on the research on vitamins and minerals that every human being should be taking on a daily basis. Guys, did you know that every human being should be taking they require 90 essential nutrients per day, no matter what? The human body needs 90 essential nutrients. And I'm trying to get this right because the breakdown was 60 vitamins. Yeah, 60 vitamins. 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 aminos, and 3 essential fatty acids. I think I got that right. But Dr. Peter Glidden, Glidden, is another doctor that I follow. And he says no matter what, you should be following that regimen of 90 essential nutrients every single day. And if you want to Google him, please do and watch the video. It's called 90 Essential Nutrients, Dr. Peter Glidden, Glidden. Pull that up. You'll get a whole bunch of information. Just watch his post. Oh my goodness. It'll just open your eyes to a lot of things and probably help you figure out why you're having some other issues when it comes to your health, not just menopause. Okay. Okay, what I do to manage my health as I navigate through the menopause season. That's what I call it, the menopause season. All right, here we go. I wrote it all down in detail, so I'm trying to make sure I can read my own handwriting here. Okay, this is my supplement regimen. Vitamin D3 with K2. And you can just Google why you need K2. Do not take vitamin D without K2. This is not medical advice. This is my experience that I'm sharing with you and the advice that was given to me by my nutritionist, my doctor, who said, do not take vitamin D3 without K2. Now, what does vitamin D3 do? It boosts your immune system. It reduces joint pain. Excuse me. And uh, it helps with hips, your hip bones and frozen shoulder. I don't know if you guys have ever had that, but your shoulder starts to hurt really bad. And some doctors think that it's arthritis. It's not necessarily arthritis, frozen shoulder. And women get it all the time. And a lot of women don't know that it's part of menopause. The second vitamin that I take, and let me also tell you this, these are the basic vitamins that every woman on or who's going through menopause should be taking. So this is the basic regimen. You can build on this, but if nothing else, take these vitamins that I'm going to finish listing for you, okay? So the second one is omega-3 fatty acids. This supplement helps with your brain health, your memory, and it keeps inflammation at bay. Not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. This is what I do because I'm following the advice of these folks that I have been doing a lot of research on. The third one, your third supplement should be a probiotic. And because we're going through menopause, vaginal health becomes a topic of discussion because a lot of things go on when you're going through menopause when it comes to vaginal health. So get one that covers vaginal health as well as gut health. Okay. And don't worry, I'm going to fill you in on a couple more things that'll help you with that one. B12 complex, brain health. This one helps with brain health, your energy levels, and your well-being. All right. The next one is magnesium glycinate. Now, this one can confuse a lot of people because there are a lot of different magnesiums. There's magnesium glycinate. There's magnesium threonate. There's magnesium citrate. There's magnesium this, that. It's a bunch of them. But for women going through menopause, this one reduces your anxiety and it helps you just stay calm. Again, this is what I take. I've been taking it for a couple years now. Magnesium glycinate, not the citrate. That's the one that makes you go poop. But this is the one that helps you when you're going through menopause. You also need a multivitamin. The multivitamin covers your nutritional gaps, okay? It also covers immune function, your skin, your hair, and your cognitive function. So once again, the list is vitamin D3 with K2, omega-3 fatty acids, a probiotic that covers your vaginal and your gut health, a B12 complex, magnesium glycinate, multivitamin. Oh, and here's the last one. I forgot about this one. Creatine, because creatine helps with muscle mass. And by the way, creatine is the most studied, researched supplement in the world. I learned that from a guy that I follow, and I'm going to share his name with you. His name is Justin Kelly. He's on TikTok, and he is a vitamin and holistic specialist. So a lot of the information I've been getting from him has really worked. And let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, it makes a huge difference as to where you get your vitamins. And there's also one ingredient in vitamins that you should look out for. And this is what I got from Justin Kelly as well on TikTok. And you can just type in his name and he'll come up, right? There's something in vitamin supplements called cyanocobalamin. He says that if cyanocobalamin is in any of your supplements, you need to get rid of it. Cyanocobalamin should not be in your vitamins. And keep in mind, the vitamin industry is not regulated. So people can say what they want on those labels, and put anything in your vitamins. So be very careful with that. I'm going to share with you the vitamin companies that I've researched that I deal with. I don't deal with anybody outside of these vitamin supplement companies because they are third party tested. A lot of research has gone into their products, and it is good stuff. And I can tell you because I've been doing it hardcore for the last 2.5 years. So again, these are the companies. All right, you ready? The first one is Pure Encapsulations with an S, Pure Encapsulations, and you can Google this. The second one is Youngevity, YOUNGEVITY.com. You can go check them out. That's where I found Dr. Peter Glidden. He's an advocate for this company. The third one is Thorne. Thorne is top tier, baby. Top tier, THORNE. You can go on their website, check it out. Yeah, do the research. And the last one is Ritual, another one, top tier. All of these for me have been top tier. And I will share something with you that got me so excited. I get lab work done every 3 months just to check my levels because I'm on metformin. I'm type 2 diabetic. And I'm going to share another podcast with you about that. But not really type 2 diabetic. I'll explain everything. Anyway, see, it's one of those moments. It's a menopause moment. I just forgot what I was talking about. But oh, here it is. Okay. So I get my lab work done every 3 months. And this last time I got so excited when my doctor got on the phone with me. I'll go to Quest Labs. I know they're all over the country. So I go to Quest, and my doctor, the first thing out of her mouth is, "What have you been doing?" I said, "What do you mean?" She says, "Your labs are great." I was like, "Really? That's cool." Now I'm excited because I've been working my butt off trying to make this happen, right? She says, "Your labs are wonderful. What are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing a serious vitamin regimen and I'm sticking to it." Now, I'll be very honest with you, it's a little pricey. But here's the thing. What I've learned throughout this process, you're either going to pay on the front end or you're going to pay on the back end. And the back end is horrible. That's when everything surfaces. All of the illnesses, all of the problems that you could have prevented had you, not bought that designer bag or not gone on that trip or that cruise or whatever. Invest in yourself. That's what I'm learning as I get older. I'm investing in myself. My husband and son will tell you it's my faith, my health, and my family, and in that order. My health is a priority because if I'm not well, they're not going to be well. If you don't take care of yourself, you're going to affect the lives of the people around you, in particular, your spouse and your children. So I'm doing everything I can right now to make it happen. So when you see the prices of some of these supplements, some of them like 30, 40, some even 50, like you can get the 30 count, 90 count, or 120 count. It depends on your lifestyle and what you can afford. But I have to spend the money or else I am going to be sick. My body is going to break down because it was breaking down before I started this. So you got to change your mindset with this as well. But once again, those companies are Pure Encapsulations, Youngevity, Thorne, and Ritual. And all of these supplement companies are third-party tested from all of the vitamins that I have gotten from them. And they have worked, and my doctor, her response proved it for me. And I was just so excited about that. Okay, so I hope you guys are writing all this down. You can pause and rewind and get the information that you need. All right. As far as my workout regimen, I might do another video and show you how I work out. But I work out 7 days a week. Now, I always preface my explanation with this. I don't do all this to impress anybody. I just learned that with my menopausal body, 3 to 4 days a week doesn't work for me. I have to be consistent with 7 days a week. And that just works for me. Understand this. I don't go balls to the wall, as they say. I'm not the Rock in there lifting 400 pounds. That's not what I do. But I am consistent. I do heavy weights. I do what do you call it? Aerobics, but nothing heavy aerobics. I don't even go to an aerobic class. I just do my own thing. And I'll go into that a little bit more with you at a later time. But I work out 7 days a week. Okay. I also drink 128 ounces of water a day, every day. That's basically half my weight. Now I'm, 128 times 2. I don't weigh that, but I'm coming up on that. And I'm like, okay, I can't keep going like this. I got to do something. But when you work out, you build muscle. Muscle is heavier than fat. So keep that in mind too. But I drink 128 ounces of water every day. You guys, excuse me. I think I'm being hit with allergies or something right now. So you have to excuse me. So anyway, oh, and with my water, I put a half, like a pinch, just like a little pinch of Celtic sea salt in every serving of water. My 32 ounces, I do it 4 times a day, 32 ounces, 4 times a day. And each time I just grab a little pinch of my Celtic sea salt. I use the brand from Baja Gold. And it is brilliant. Everybody's using this. You can go on social media, type in Baja Gold. Everybody's using this Celtic sea salt, and it's better than the pink Himalayan sea salt because pink Himalayan sea salt is harvested through blasting. So you got metal pieces in it, whereas the Baja Gold is hand harvested. And that's the difference. And these are the little things that, as a menopausal woman, that can change your life. They can be like endocrine disruptors. I'm telling y'all, I did the research. This is good stuff, good information. But we got to be careful with how we consume our food, what we drink, because we can't consume the same things that our 20 and 30-year-old counterparts consume. We can't even wear the same makeup because it's not going to apply or adhere to our faces the way it does theirs, because even the texture of our skin changes. So you see all this stuff that changes. It's just weird. And that does not mean that a 20-year-old can't be going through menopause or perimenopause. It happens, because I told y'all my story in part one. I was 11 years old when I started my period. And from that point on, I only had one once a year until I turned 36. Yeah. So there you go. Here's what else I do not do. I don't do wheat. I don't do dairy, and I don't do sugar. I use stevia when I want something sweet. Okay. Um, and my doctor, when I was being treated for type 2, he told me that years ago, use stevia. I don't eat oatmeal. I don't eat bread. And I try to get in 150 grams of protein per day. Now, I was told this a long time ago by a personal trainer that I had years ago. 150 grams is basically what I want to weigh. So take your goal weight and eat that in grams of protein. So my goal weight is 150 pounds. I want to be 150. I think I'd be okay at that, right? At that weight. So I use that to meet my protein. I don't always meet my protein requirements, but I get close. Okay. Um, what else do I have here for you guys? Oh, the only cardio that I do. Now, menopausal women, understand this. There are exercises that we can do. You can do them if you want to, but they're not going to help you. They don't benefit you because our hormones are in flux. They're fluctuating so much that if you do certain exercises, they're not going to help you. I was told this by my doctor and also by a personal trainer. They're not going to help you. All that cardio is not, it ain't going to do nothing. Okay. So if you're worried about, I'm doing this 2-3 times a week or 3 to 4 times a week and ain't nothing helping me, it's not working. It's because your hormones are in flux and it's not going to work. Okay. You guess you're going to be 200 pounds. That's funny. Okay. Oh, my Lord. Okay. Where was I here? Okay. Like I said, the only cardio that I do is a 30-minute walk on the treadmill. I never do under 30 minutes. I never go over 30 minutes. Ever. And I only do that. My doctor, again, who's treating me for the type 2 diabetes, he said, you're just burning off sugar. That's all I need you to do is burn off the sugar. 30 minutes a day, every day. So that's what I do. No matter what I do in the gym, I do 30 minutes on the treadmill. I never go over that. He said, don't do HIIT, high intensity interval training. He said, don't do that. You're a menopausal body. I don't do spinning. I do not run. Now, with the running thing, he said that unless you've been a runner all your life, like people who run marathons and they just get up there, they've been lifetime joggers, that's fine. But I don't run. Body pump exercises, I do not do those, and I do not do yoga. Again, a menopausal body is in flux. The hormones are in flux. So your body is going to react differently to certain exercises. My research has shown me that the exercises, again, are not beneficial the way they used to be. Sad to say, right? The exercises that I do, they consist of heavy weights, and like I said, just a little bit of aerobic exercises, because we need like short bursts of exercises, but a bunch of them, So my core routine is like 6 different exercises, just short bursts, right? And I'm going to share that with you in detail, maybe on another podcast, because I don't want to keep you guys here too long. Okay. So that's going to complete this part of it. You think we should do a part 4? Part 4? Yeah. Okay. So just look for, on my social media platforms, look for me to show you my exercise routine. But I thought it was very important to do a 3-part menopause explanation, because again, this is territory that has not been covered for women. Certainly our mothers did not get this kind of help, and our grandmothers, there was even, there was nothing for them. They hardly even got a chance to go to the doctor when they were young women. So I wanted to make sure to be part of this, as Oprah called it, the menopause revolution, but I'm calling it the menopause rebellion. I'm rebelling against this, and I hope you'll join me as well. So make sure to check out my social media platforms. Once again, on Spotify here, I'm MOJShow. I'm sorry, on TikTok, I'm MOJShow. On Spotify, I'm MOJPodcast. YouTube, The MOJ Show. Facebook, MOJShow. On Twitter, I'm MOJShow, and on Instagram, I am The MOJ Show. And if you'd like to contact me direct, hit me up. Email me, MOJshow@MOJProductions.com for collabs, for, hosting, that kind of stuff, emceeing. MOJshow@MOJProductions.com. All right, kids. Oh, there is another, segment of the show that I'm pretty excited about, and I know that you guys will be excited about it. It is called Meet the Author. Yeah, baby. I'm excited about that because your girl is an author. Yes, did I tell you guys about that? The name of my book is My Truth, How I Reversed My Pre-Diabetes. So I'm going to bring that to you, talk about that as well, because it's on sale right now on Amazon. You guys can check it out on Amazon right now. Get your copy. Get that body right for the summer. It's coming. But this segment, Meet the Author, we're going to have authors on the show talking about their books, some pretty exciting authors, some pretty exciting books. Because, the world of literature, if I can get that out, has changed quite a bit. And so, you got the audio books, you got the regular books, you got some exciting stories to be told. So we're going to be bringing you that as well. And, I got the Las Vegas happenings. Let me tell y'all what's going on. Almost forgot about that part. Fun stuff. Vegas is just that city. This first one, you're going to love this one. Wine Spectators Grand Tour Las Vegas 2025. Got your attention now? I know. Okay, so it's again called the Wine Spectators Grand Tour Las Vegas. It's happening Saturday, May 10th. And it's going to be over at the Wynn. Did I get that right? Yeah, it's going to be over at the Wynn. 3131 Las Vegas Boulevard, talking about the Strip. Saturday, May 10th, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. VIP hour starts from 6 till 7 p.m. The highlights include all wines that have been rated 90 points or higher by Wine Spectator. You can enjoy a delicious buffet. I love saying that. You can enjoy a delicious buffet to complement your wine, and all attendees will receive a souvenir. Tickets are available. Check out their website, winlasvegas.com. I've been to several wine events in Vegas, and nobody does it like Vegas. You ain't never been to a wine event until you've been to a wine event in Las Vegas. It is amazing. All right, and let's see. This event, it's Hamilton coming back to the Smith Center in downtown Las Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, woo. Hated history when I was a kid. Hated history. Look at that picture of the Smith Center. Isn't it beautiful? That's in downtown Las Vegas, you guys. I remember when they were building that Joker. It is huge. Look at these pictures, are just amazing. Yeah, I stood on that stage. I hosted an event right there on that stage. Beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. Anyway, Hamilton coming back to the Smith Center. I saw this show, and when I tell you as a kid, I hated history. No teacher ever made me like history. Hamilton made me, I was so engaged, and I couldn't believe, I was a little embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God, I'm loving this musical. I'm not like the artsy fartsy kind of girl. Like, I'm loving this musical. It was wonderful. Took a friend with me, and we had the best time ever. You know, it's an acclaimed musical. It's going to run from May 20th through June 1st over at the Smith Center. You can check it out, thesmithcenter.com. But check this out. Let's see. They have won 11 Tony Awards, a Grammy, several Grammys, the Olivier Awards, the Pulitzer Prize for Drama, and an unprecedented special citation from the Kennedy Center Honors. So you definitely want to see this. If you're like me and you hated history as a kid, this is the show that's going to bring you back to school. It's going to bring you back to the classroom. You're going to go, okay, I'm liking it again. All right. And once again, folks, for my book, How I Reversed My Pre-Diabetes, I really want you guys to enjoy it. And here's a sneak peek at some of the stuff that you can expect from the book. It's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you cry. It's kind of funny, but I'm just, giving you a whole lot of truth about my journey. And it wasn't easy. It still isn't easy because, going from that to menopause or just the two intertwining. So once again, it is, I want you to check out the promo of How I Reversed My Pre-Diabetes.
What does it mean to be a woman? It means being beautifully and wonderfully made. Menstrual cycles, pregnancy, menopause, and motherhood. But it's also knowing that there are challenges that come with being such a gift. And not taking care of yourselves can lead to diabetes. Managing the different phases of life for a woman can be challenging. There's no one-size-fits-all for this journey. The author has put pen to paper to share her truth as a woman, a wife, a mother, a professional, and someone who has rallied back from pre-diabetes. Being a staunch advocate is the only path to surviving the female body. Having a specific diet, exercise regimen, vitamins, and minerals can contribute to optimal health for a woman. This book is about learning that the body can heal itself if given the right conditions. It's about showing yourself grace and mercy as you navigate the pitfalls of female health. From author and Emmy Award-winning journalist Monica O. Jackson, How I Reversed My Pre-Diabetes. My Truth.
Yeah, baby. I'm so proud of that. Once again, you can check out my book. It's on Amazon right now. Just go to Amazon.com and type in the title. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Make sure to tell all your friends to like, subscribe, share, comment, turn on notifications, do all of the things. That's it. That is all. I'll talk to you again later. Same place, same space. And as always, remember the MOJ podcast is all about doing well by doing good. Take care.